Good morning. Hey, hey, hey. It's a gorgeous morning here in Mujan. Good morning. How are you doing? Yep, just got the boys off to school and got my walk in. And here I am all ready to go to talk about my shopping session with Breeda O'Connell when I was on holidays in Ireland over the last 3 weeks. We're back about this is our first week back. And I'm just about getting it together. I'm just going to give it a minute for people to find me. I don't see any eyes yet. I'm just going to check if I'm live in the group. If you're joining me live here this morning, please do say good morning. Please say hi. Um, I just see a few eyes joining me now, actually. So say good morning, say hello. I'm very excited to be here. I haven't actually done something like this before, so it's completely new to me. I feel a bit like maybe Trini this morning or something. So it's just going to be an interesting session. It's going to be very informal. I would suggest that if you have any questions or any queries or anything like that, please do put them in the comments so I can answer them. Good morning, Danya. Great to see you. Who else is here? Let me know who is here. I love to know who is here live. Before I launch into this shopping trip that I had with Breeda in Ireland. Now, first of all, I just want to talk about why I booked the shopping trip, because many of you may be intrigued. And my top reason, if I was to say there was one top reason why I booked it, it's really for me, it's time. It's time. It's for me, I really don't have the time to do a lot of shopping. And then on top of that, number two, I really don't enjoy clothes shopping. Can you believe that? I don't enjoy clothes shopping so much. I was a personal shopper for many years, and I did do personal shopping when I worked in Singapore, but I just found as I got older, I found it very it required a huge amount of energy, huge amount of time. And as I had my boys, it just became something that was kind of impossible for me to do and completely drained me. So I haven't worked as a personal shopper probably in about 10 years now. So it's been a long time since I was a personal shopper. So I booked Breeda because I really wanted to go and do a shop and get some fresh pieces for the new year. I know Breeda. Breeda has taken several of my programs, and I know Breeda very well. I follow Breeda on social media. I didn't just pick Breeda out of thin air. I followed Breeda for a long time, and I love her style actually. And I love her knowledge of the shops also. One of the things that comes across in her content is that she knows the shops, especially in the Cork area. And I, just by coincidence, live in the next county in Limerick. So going to Cork is not a big stretch for me. So weighing up all of the things, I decided to book Breeda in. And of course, I second guessed myself because when you are on holidays with your family, it can feel like, oh my God, I can't take this whole morning to drive to Cork, spend 2 hours shopping, and leave my family for that amount of time. So there was a certain amount of guilt in booking this shopping trip and going on this shopping trip. It felt like really like a luxury thing to do in the middle of the Christmas holidays, but it was something I really wanted to do for myself. And the reason I'm telling you this is because it's important to understand what your client is going through before they get to you. Oftentimes, working with a stylist, it may be the first time that they're working with a stylist. They may be very nervous. They may be second guessing themselves. They may be wondering, oh my God, have I gone too far this time? So understanding how your client feels before they get to you is really important. And I think Breeda did it very well. Once I met Breeda, we sat for a while, we talked. She got me into a really relaxed state before we started the shopping trip. And I think it's really important to not immediately launch into the shopping trip without sitting down, without having a chat with your client, and just making sure that you're on the same page. So Breeda did that very, very well. And another reason that I booked Breeda is because I feel sometimes when we're very close to ourselves, sometimes we can lose perspective a little bit. And I definitely had been veering off the track of my style personality, actually, because I have so little time that I felt that, the simpler I kept my outfit, the better I would look. But that actually isn't my style personality. And even though I gave Bree the brief of, I want a uniform, I want really simple items, I want a formula. Anyone that knows me knows I like a formula. I don't have a huge amount of time in the morning. I don't have a huge amount of time throughout the day. And frankly, I get dressed in the morning and I do not think about my clothes for the rest of the day. I'm very much focused on my family and my business. And I think for a lot of you, this will be something to consider with your clients. So I see eyes joining me now. Say hello, say hi. I don't see a lot of comments yet. Say hello if you are here. I would love to know who is here and what questions you have. Were you surprised that I booked a shopping trip with a stylist, being a stylist myself? And I have another question for you. Have you ever booked a stylist yourself? Have you booked a stylist yourself? Because it's quite the experience, I can tell you. And you may learn a lot from doing a session with a personal stylist. I definitely learned a lot, even though I train personal stylists in style. And actually, Breeda has taken my Unstoppable Style program as well. But we can all continue to learn. We can all continue to grow our experience and bring this to the client experience. So I start off with what I got, and as things occur to me, I just talk about them as we go through the different items that I bought. Now, what I had, my brief to Breeda was, I want a uniform of sorts. My main priority is tops. I want tops. I have so many bottoms, and honestly, I want tops so that I can be more visible on social media. I want ease. I want something that fits with my style personality. And I want something of a uniform. So thankfully, Breeda didn't take me too literally. And one of the first things she showed me actually is what I'm wearing this morning. It's a French connection kind of silk blouse. And honestly, when I saw it first, I said to Breeda, look, Breeda, I have to be really, really careful with florals because oftentimes they can make me look really old fashioned. And I have to be really, really careful with florals. So over the years, I've kind of veered away from florals. Every now and again, they have snuck into my wardrobe, but I was kind of militant about the idea that, florals can make me look older, even though I love print. And I love the top that I have on this morning. I was very fearful that something like this would make me look older because I'm already quite round, and then choosing something too romantic and too floral would make me feel old-fashioned. Anyway, Breeda persisted. She made me put on the top, and she said the thing to be really careful with is to make sure that you keep whatever accessories that you're putting with it modern. Now, I think if this had been in a whole dress for me, it would have been a lot. It would have been too much. But it's in a top, and I'm wearing it with a wide leg jean, a jean like sailor jeans that I had just bought towards the end of last year. And she added that, you know, one of my kind of trademarks is earrings. So she picked up these kind of sweet paper earrings that I would never have picked up these earrings. They're way too modern for me. I thought maybe they're way too big, maybe they're way too 80s. But in actual fact, when I paired them with the top, I absolutely loved the whole look. And I wanted to keep it on the whole time we were shopping. Honestly, it felt so good and it felt so me. Now, what I love about this top is the beautiful details on it. Number one, it feels really comfortable on my body, but just look at these sleeves. They're absolutely amazing. Now, when I described my style personality to Breeda, I said, Breeda, I'm really a classic, natural style personality. But Breeda had obviously been watching me and she knew that there was another element. There's a romantic element in my style personality, but also there's a bit of hippie in me. There's absolutely a bit of hippie in me. And I love a fringe. I love anything with a bit of flair. I love my flared trousers. And actually, Breeda had picked that up. And in the items that she chose for me, she included this kind of boho chic element, which I absolutely loved. Good morning, Arlette. Great to see you. Good morning, Christine. Christine says, I think we can get too close to ourselves and not see the overall picture, if that makes sense. Absolutely. Christine, I definitely had gone down the road of being too classic and ignoring some of the other elements of my style personality because it felt safer, it felt easier, it felt faster. So having somebody come and just reintroduce those small elements back into my style made such a massive difference. We didn't get a huge amount because I just had 2 hours, but we got a couple of elements and we had such a great conversation that it injected back in some excitement into my style. And also practical pieces that will work online. Arlette is saying, good morning, Aileen. No, not really. Sometimes need that person to help direct guide you if you need that boost or help you try new styles, and your personality. We are multi-dimensional. Absolutely. And we change and we morph. But at the same time, we also want to look modern and relevant. So this was the first top I got. I'm no trainee. I'm not going to do a big modeling session for you. But what I adore about this top is the print. And as Breeda pointed out, there's some very, very interesting elements to this top. It has really quite small ditzy print here. But if you look on the sleeve of it, you'll notice that the print is much bigger. And it really adds a very interesting element to the top. And it goes beautifully, absolutely beautifully with my flared trousers. As I said, if I actually was wearing this as a dress, I think it would be just too much floral for me. But in a top, it's absolutely perfect. So that was one of the first things that she got for me and tried it on. This she found in French Connection. This is not a shop I have seen actually for many, many years. It used to be in Singapore 15 years ago, but I haven't actually seen it here in France or anywhere else for a long time. So I was surprised when she picked this shop, but actually we ended up getting several pieces in there, and there was a really amazing sale going on. So we actually ended up saving loads and loads of money as well. So this was 80, I think, reduced down to, I think there was like 70% off it or something like that. So it was 80 euros. And actually, I would have paid double that for this. I really would, because it was the perfect piece. And I know that it's going to be one of the favorite pieces in my wardrobe going forward. I put it on, I feel good, it feels amazing. Okay, let me see some other items that I got. Okay, so the next thing that she showed me also from French Connection was this top here. I'm not kind of sure if you can see it in the... So one of the things that she noticed when she looked back over my videos, that a neckline that rises up at the back, that has a collar on it, looks better on me. So this is a beautiful, very practical silk top as well. It has those beautiful details that I absolutely love that introduce a touch of femininity. You have the puff on the sleeve here. You have covered buttons, which make it look really, really well finished. And look at the sleeves again. The sleeves are amazing. Again, there's a set-in sleeve, and then you have a little balloon with elasticated sleeves down at the edge with a little ruffle at the end. And I adore these sleeves. Again, they add that touch of femininity without going too far for me. And I have actually worn this already on social media, and I know it's going to be a very, very practical piece for me that I will wear over and over again. I wear it with jeans, I wear it with a skirt, many, many things. Now, she also helped me pick out some accessories. And this is kind of a double necklace here, because I found as I've gotten older that, you know, my neckline has gotten a bit more crepey. So having a few necklaces that you can layer like this, but still show some skin is amazing. And it keeps all the focal point in the portrait area when you're on lives, for instance. So I absolutely loved this pick. The color is amazing. It's a dusty lavender color. It's absolutely my perfect color. I absolutely adore it. Breeda obviously knew that I was a summer, so she only really picked out summer colors for me. It's just really beautiful. You can see again, there's some ruching at the back here of the top. Again, adding to the feminine touch here. It's extremely comfortable. The V is in the perfect spot, and the darts are in the perfect spot on the top. So win already with just the first two things that she picked out for me. Also in French Connection, she picked out this shorter jacket for me. Now, this was something I absolutely wouldn't have picked out for myself. It was something, I haven't actually worn it yet, but this was something that it's kind of how do I describe this green? It's like an emerald green. It could definitely go over the top that I'm wearing right now for a more formal event. It's short. You can see it's quite a short jacket, which again would not have been something that I would have chosen, but actually it works beautifully because my waist is high and short. Love the deep V. You can see it's finished beautifully again. There's 3 rows of sewing. There's a little notch here. It's just really beautifully finished again. You can see the sleeves are just beautifully finished here. Love the color, love the practicality of this style, and it could totally go over the top that I'm wearing and many other things. You know, I could have a really simple top that I could dress up with this. I actually also think this will go over many of my summer dresses when I need a bit more coverage. So again, love, love, love this. Yes, the green color is absolutely a good color for me. It's probably, it's not, as I said, this is the beauty of hiring a personal stylist. They will pick things for you that you probably wouldn't pick for yourself. I would probably have more likely picked out a navy jacket to be on the safe side, but she pushed me to try this. And the clever thing about this jacket is as well is it's slightly higher at the front than the back, which I really like as well. I don't know if you can see that as I show it to you there, but it's really, really nice piece. So that was our trip into French Connection. And then, you know, Breeda was encouraging me to try different pantses and jeans, etc. But honestly, I wasn't that interested because I have so many jeans and so many pantses that I felt, oh, I have enough of that. What I'm really, really focused on is tops. So Breeda, again, had done a pre-shop for me, which I think is really important if you're doing shopping for your clients. I always did pre-shops. So Breeda actually had gone to the shops the day before. She had picked out items for me and she had put them aside for me. Now, I think you have to be very careful in doing that, and to make sure that you factor that into your price if you're doing a pre-shop for people, because that takes a lot of time and effort as well. Really, it takes a lot of time and effort, and you want to make sure that you're covered in terms of cost. But Breeda had done a great job with the pre-shop, because it meant that we didn't have to go and look at everything. So the next shop that we walked into was, I think it was called Selected. I think it was called Selected Femme. It's a new shop that kind of has appeared in Europe. That wasn't there definitely when I was there the last time, or in Ireland the last time I was there. And the first thing I saw was this amazing coat. It was really beautiful. I don't have it here because I actually left it in Ireland. It's a winter coat, but it was a checked kind of chocolate brown coat, but the check in it was like light blue and beige, and it's just the most amazing. I would love to have it to show it to you, but I don't have it. It was just below my knee, belted. It was double-breasted, which I would normally not choose because I tend to be thicker through the middle. But because of the length of it, because of the style of it, it actually worked. And I think that's the other thing to remember, that style guides are there to give you a guide. They're not absolutely the only thing to follow. You can get people to try things that you think will work for them, even if they break one or two of their rules. Obviously, now you have to look at the bigger picture, but definitely Breeda broke one or two of the rules with couple of the things that she asked me to try on. And I think they absolutely worked for me. Like, one of the things she said was, we got these earrings here. I'm just going to show them to you. I absolutely love them. These earrings here. Now, in the past, I would have actually worn these earrings with this top, but actually it would have looked really kind of old-fashioned if I did this with this. It's just too much, too matchy, too much of the same color. The silver of the other earrings work much, much better. Now, if you had a very, very romantic style personality, they may be able to carry something like this off. But putting the two of these together for me just felt, well, that's way too much. That's just wrong. And I don't want to do that. So Breeda's idea of making the floral top more modern was very, very helpful. Okay, so next up we went to Selected and we got a couple of tops. Now, Breeda very much stayed within my color palette. So this is one of the next tops, and I've worn this already as well. It's a beautiful kind of linen-y fabric. It's really gorgeous. And I love it. I love it. It has a beautiful puff sleeve in it. You're starting to see a theme here, but there's kind of a balloon sleeve on this top. I don't know if you can see it or not. And it comes in at the wrist. It's quite fitted, even though it looks loose here, it's actually quite fitted through the body, which it needs to be with the big balloon sleeve. I absolutely love the print on it. It's very, very comfortable to wear. This is a necklace that we got that I've already worn with it, actually. But since we got this necklace, I've worn it nearly every day. I love that it's asymmetrical. So at one side you have beads, and at the other side you just have the gold links. Now, theoretically, I should not be wearing gold, but in actual fact, if the majority of my outfit is pretty cool, then I can get away with a bit of gold. And actually, I would wear this this top with the pants I'm wearing. And there's actually gold buttons on my kind of sailor pants here. So it goes quite well with what I'm wearing. So you can totally break the rules. I know that picture probably doesn't look very flattering because I'm very close to the camera, but I don't have a lot of room behind this desk. So again, this is a top I will wear over and over again. I wore it inside a kind of a green leather jacket during the week. I would wear it by itself. And there are many different ways that I would wear this. I would probably wear it with a linen pants in the summer. I would wear it with a heavier flare in the winter, probably. Okay, any comments so far? Any comments on the outfits? Is this something you would have chosen for me, or would you have chosen something different? As I said, I haven't done this before. This is the first time I've done this. So I don't really know what questions you have or what you'd like to know. So be sure to put your questions into the comments, please. Okay, moving on to the next top. Now, this top, I have to say, was a big surprise because honestly, I kind of looked at it and I thought, oh my God, there's a lot of mustard in that top. I do not think that top is going to suit me. But Breeda kept saying, oh, well, there's a lot of that beautiful periwinkle blue that suits you as well. Can we just try it on? And I tried it on, and I tried it on with this gorgeous piece that we found, this necklace that we found. And it was absolutely gorgeous. It's a very, very simple top. It's quite an expensive top because I thought, oh, it looks really, really plain. But when I put it on, it just sat beautifully. The fabric is absolutely gorgeous. It is a lot of print. I definitely wouldn't wear it with print. I would wear it with something plain. But again, the fit is beautiful. At the back of it, you can see that it gives lots of space across the back. The sleeves are just regular set-in sleeves. Love the neckline. It rises up at the back and you have the V in there. This was a total surprise now, I have to say. It looks quite vintagey, but absolutely, I have worn this already as well. I absolutely love it. I love it for the comfort. I love the collar on it. The necklace actually makes it look surprisingly modern. Now, honestly, in a million years, I would not have chosen this top. I wouldn't in a million years have chosen it. I would have said, this is totally wrong for me. But Breeda said an interesting thing when I put it on. She goes, I still see you with that print, despite, you know, how busy that print is. I still see you. And it's true. I was born for print, but I have just been so scared off over the years of print. But actually, I really love it and it really suits me. So that was another piece that we got. Yeah, way more expensive than I thought it would be. But because I loved it so much, it was a dead cert. And I'm going to show you one more piece, which again is in the same shop, exact same shop. It's this pretty much the same fabric, the same style. And it has honestly, if I would have looked at these tops, I would have kind of said they're a little bit old lady. Honestly, I really, really would have been a bit worried about these tops if I was picking them out myself. But when I try them on, they look so beautiful. You see the detail here, the way it's stitched here. There's a little bit of, it creates kind of a little flare here, a feminine touch here and here. Again, loads of space at the back, so it's very, very comfortable on my back. I have quite a broad back and shoulders, so having comfort across this part of my body is really, really important. Have I worn this out? Yes, I have worn this out to lunch already. My husband absolutely loved it. It looks amazing again with my wide leg jeans. You're starting to hear a theme here. My wide leg jeans, I pretty much wear them all the time. So Donia said she likes the last one the best. Isn't that amazing? I wouldn't in a million years have picked this out for myself, but I do really love it. My favorite is definitely the one I'm wearing. I'll be honest, it feels most like me. So that's it. I have spent a half an hour doing a little show and tell. I have never done this show and tell before, so it may have looked a little bit amateurish, but that's the best I could do. So, so Donia said she liked the last one. Christine said, what I love about our work is the excitement after a styling consult. And you show that perfectly. Yeah. I mean, it was the best money I spent all Christmas. It was kind of a Christmas gift to myself. And I absolutely really enjoyed the experience. It was so well worth the money. And I think the thing I think that I want to kind of get across from you to you from this shopping session is that it is so valuable to the client. It is so, so valuable what you do to the client. It makes them feel better about themselves. It makes them feel more in control. It makes them feel yeah, more attractive, all of those things. So what you bring to your client is amazing. And one thing I will say to you is you really need to charge enough for your services, because it is exhausting. I have experienced this, and I even said it to Breeda afterwards. I just did 2 hours of shopping with you. You you had a lot of stuff picked out for me already. You've done an amazing job, but I'm exhausted. I was just really tired after the 2 hours. And she said, yes, I'm exhausted too. Because, she was very frank, and she told me, it was you. I was a little bit nervous, and I remember that feeling as well. I used to always be a little bit nervous at the start of the shopping trip, because I was afraid, I wouldn't find something that my client would love, or I wouldn't find pieces that my client would love. But honestly, if you go into it, as a trained consultant, you care about the outcome, and you make the effort, typically, that I see stylists making, you are going to make a big difference in your client's life. Danya said, I think it's very important to know the style personality of your client very well before shopping. I think it is too, Danya. What Breeda had done was she had gone back over all my social media, and she was able to piece it together. So I kind of don't feel like I gave her the full brief, because I know that I'm drawn towards a little bit boho, but I didn't think it was, hugely helpful at work. Definitely, I had veered away from the print, which I've come back to. So sometimes your client will be able to give you a good brief or part of the brief, but I think it's very important that you ask them maybe to put a collage together or something together, so that you can gauge, the things that are kind of not obvious to them, like the feminine touches, or the creative edge, or the quirkiness, or all of those things. I think that's really, really important to ask them up front for that, and just make sure that you have an accurate gauge of the client. So I am going to leave it there for you for today. If you have any questions with regard to this, you can just pop them under this video if you're watching it on replay. I'm very, very happy to answer them. I would also recommend go and get a personal stylist. Get a personal stylist that you follow on social media, that you absolutely love, and go and treat yourself to a session with her. I think you will be blown away by what you learn. And I think you might introduce something new that you will enjoy in your wardrobe as well. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to leave it there. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. And I will catch you again soon. Take care soon. Bye.